Nestled high above the mighty St. Lawrence River, where stone walls meet sweeping vistas, lies a city so rich in history, it feels like stepping into a living museum. Quebec City isn't just a destination, it's a symbol of survival, rebirth, and unwavering identity. But to understand the city as it stands today, with its cobblestone streets, cathedral spires, and storybook charm, we have to journey back through centuries marked by fire, war, and defiance. Founded in 1608 by French explorer Samuel de Champlain, Quebec City is one of the oldest European settlements in North America. Champlain established it as a fur trading post and strategic stronghold. It quickly became the capital of New France, a colony that would stretch deep into the interior of the continent. Its name, Quebec, is derived from an Algonquin word meaning where the river narrows, a reference to its unique and defensible location. From the very beginning, Quebec's history has been shaped by conflict. French settlers fortified the area, constructing stone walls and ramparts to guard against British attacks and indigenous resistance. These fortifications, now UNESCO recognized, still encircle Old Quebec, making it the only walled city north of Mexico. But it wasn't just war that tried to erase Quebec from the map. It was fire. In 1682, a massive blaze tore through the city, destroying nearly half of the buildings. Flames leapt from thatched roofs to wooden walls, and in just a few hours, much of Champlain's vision lay in ash. Undeterred, the people rebuilt, this time with stone and slate. They fortified their churches, strengthened their homes, and rebuilt their streets. Then came the Siege of Quebec in 1759, a turning point in world history. British forces led by General James Wolfe clashed with the French army on the Plains of Abraham. It was a brutal, decisive battle. Wolfe and his French counterpart, General Montcalm, both died, and the British emerged victorious. Quebec City fell, and with it, the fate of New France was sealed. Just 4 years later, the Treaty of Paris ceded all of Canada to Britain. Despite centuries of British rule that followed, the city remained stubbornly French at heart. Its residents clung to their language, their Catholic faith, and their culture. That resilience would be tested again and again, especially in the 19th century when fire returned. In 1845, not one, but two catastrophic fires ravaged Quebec City. The first in May destroyed over 1,600 buildings and left nearly 10,000 people homeless. Just weeks later, in June, another blaze claimed hundreds more structures. The city was once again plunged into crisis. Families were displaced, businesses collapsed, and entire neighborhoods vanished in smoke. But Quebec did not disappear. Instead, it adapted. Architects and builders reconstructed the city with a new sense of permanence. They adopted fireproof materials, introduced building regulations, and redesigned parts of the city to prevent future devastation. Churches were rebuilt, including the iconic Notre Dame de Quebec Basilica Cathedral. Stone row houses replaced fragile wooden ones, and the city skyline began to rise with confidence once again. By the late 1800s, Quebec City had transformed. It was no longer just a military post or colonial capital. It was a proud, modernizing metropolis infused with French-Canadian identity and historical gravitas. Tourists began arriving, drawn by the city's charm and its romantic old-world feel. Writers, painters, and politicians walked its winding lanes, inspired by its endurance. Through fire, war, and political upheaval, Quebec City survived. And not just survived, it thrived. Each hardship added a layer to its story. Each rebuilding redefined its spirit. Today, the echoes of the past are everywhere, in the thick stone walls of the citadel, in the bells of centuries-old churches, and in the quiet resistance of a French language spoken proudly on every street corner. Quebec City isn't just defined by its buildings and battles. Its true character comes from the people who live within its walls and walk its snow-covered streets. The residents of Quebec City, known as Québécois, carry a deep sense of pride in their heritage. Most are descendants of French settlers, and their connection to their language, culture, and identity remains remarkably strong despite centuries of external pressure. At the heart of everyday life is the French language. Quebec City is the only major city in Canada where over 95% of the population speaks French as their first language. It's more than communication. It's a declaration of who they are. While English is taught in schools and spoken in tourist zones, the rhythm of daily life beats in French. Signs, menus, news broadcasts all proudly showcase the mother tongue of Quebec. Culturally, Quebec City blends European elegance with a fiercely independent North American spirit. Its people are known for their warmth, hospitality, and creativity. Family is central to the social fabric, as is a strong connection to Catholic traditions. Though active religious participation has declined in recent decades, still, symbols of Catholicism, like the imposing basilicas and seasonal religious festivals, remain woven into the identity of the city. The Quebecois celebrate a unique mix of customs passed down through generations. Traditional music, often filled with fiddles, accordions, and foot-tapping rhythms, is still played at local gatherings and festivals. Winter Carnival, or Carnaval de Québec, is one of the world's largest and most magical winter festivals, drawing thousands each February for ice sculptures, snow baths, and parades, led by Bonhomme, the beloved snowman mascot. Folk dances, maple taffy, and traditional dress all make regular appearances in both rural villages and city celebrations. Food, unsurprisingly, tells a big part of the story. A must-try dish in Quebec City is Poutine, a hearty plate of fries topped with cheese curds and smothered in rich brown gravy. But the local twist often involves duck, pulled pork, or even foie gras. Another local favorite is tourtière, a spiced meat pie traditionally served during the holidays, but available year-round in bakeries and bistros. And for those with a sweet tooth, tire d'érable, hot maple syrup poured over snow and twirled on a stick, is a simple but irresistible treat, especially during the spring maple harvest. As for the weather, Quebec City experiences the full spectrum of seasons, and it doesn't hold back. Winters are long, cold, and snowy, with temperatures frequently dropping well below freezing. But the city embraces it with snowshoeing, sledding, and skiing just outside the urban center. Spring arrives with a thaw and a rush of maple syrup festivals. Summers are warm and vibrant, perfect for strolling through open-air markets and sidewalk cafes. Autumn is spectacular, with the surrounding forests turning fiery red and gold, creating postcard-perfect views that stretch across the province. Getting around the city is convenient and affordable. Public transportation is provided by RTC, with buses running across all major neighborhoods and to the suburbs. While there is no subway system, the buses are efficient, and the city's layout encourages walking, especially in the Old Town. For those exploring further, bicycles are a popular option during warmer months, with dedicated bike lanes and scenic riverside routes. Taxis and rideshare services are also readily available, and ferries connect Quebec City with Lévis across the river, offering breathtaking views of the skyline along the way. The currency used in Quebec City is the Canadian dollar, with coins often referred to as loonies and toonies. Major credit cards are widely accepted, but cash is still preferred in some small cafes and local markets. Prices in Quebec are typically subject to both federal and provincial taxes, which can come as a surprise to first-time visitors. With every corner offering a blend of old-world ambiance and modern-day vibrancy, Quebec City continues to evolve, but never forgets where it came from. It's a place where language is identity, food is tradition, and winter is not just survived, but celebrated. Quebec City's magic lies in its layers, each street, each dish, each custom telling a deeper story. But beyond its historic battles and cultural richness, the city is full of fun facts, fascinating sights, and unforgettable local flavor that make it one of the most distinctive travel destinations in North America. Fun facts you probably didn't know. Quebec City is home to North America's only ice hotel, Hôtel de Glace, built entirely from ice and snow each winter. With glittering ice sculptures and frosty furniture, it's a frozen fantasy brought to life. The Chateau Frontenac, Quebec's most iconic building, holds the Guinness World Record for being the most photographed hotel in the world. The city's street names often reflect its colonial past, and you'll even find signs in Old French, some dating back centuries, preserved as part of Quebec's heritage. Every year, Quebec hosts one of the world's largest outdoor classical music concerts, attracting tens of thousands to the Plains of Abraham for a night under the stars. The walls around Old Quebec are not just decorative, they're the only remaining fortified city walls in the Americas north of Mexico, and they still enclose the heart of the city like they did centuries ago. Must-see attractions you can't miss. Old Quebec, Vieux Québec, a UNESCO World Heritage Site with cobbled streets, stone buildings, horse-drawn carriages, and centuries of history packed into one walkable district. Montmorency Falls, Chute Montmorency. Taller than Niagara Falls, these powerful cascades are just a short drive from the city and offer cable cars, suspension bridges, and stunning views year-round. Citadel of Quebec, a massive star-shaped fortress still in use by the Canadian military. The changing of the guard ceremony is a tourist favorite. Petit Champlain District, North America's oldest commercial district, where boutique shops, cozy cafes, and vibrant murals make for the perfect afternoon stroll. The observatory at 31st floor, Observatoire de la Capitale. For panoramic views of the entire city, river, and even surrounding mountains, this is a must-visit. Bonus highlights: explore Île d'Orléans, a rural island just 15 minutes away, filled with farm-to-table produce, vineyards, and traditional sugar shacks. Join a guided ghost tour through Old Quebec at night and discover the chilling tales behind haunted alleyways and mysterious apparitions. Visit in July for Festival d'été de Québec, one of Canada's largest music festivals, where international stars perform in the shadow of the city's centuries-old landmarks. Local sayings to know before you go. Lâche pas la patate. Literally, don't drop the potato, but it means hang in there, a classic phrase of encouragement. C'est le fun, a very Quebecois way of saying that's fun, showing how English phrases sneak into French expressions with a twist. Ben là, a versatile exclamation that can mean surprise, disapproval, or disbelief, used in everyday conversations with dramatic flair. Famous faces and celebrity moments. International superstar Celine Dion was born in Charlemagne, Quebec, and frequently celebrates her French-Canadian roots. She's considered a national treasure across the province. Actor and comedian Jay Baruchel, known for his roles in How to Train Your Dragon and Tropic Thunder, also hails from Quebec and often speaks about the importance of preserving its culture. In 2015, Leonardo DiCaprio visited Quebec City during a film shoot and was spotted dining at one of the city's beloved French bistros in Old Quebec. Challenge time! Next time you're planning your dream trip, see if you can find the cannonball lodged in a tree in Old Quebec. It's a quirky relic from the British siege and a favorite photo op. Take a selfie with it and tag our channel. If you've enjoyed this journey through one of the most breathtaking cities in the world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more unique and heartfelt travel stories. From the past to the present, there's always more to discover, right here on our channel. Where do you want to travel next? Let us know in the comments.